Welcome to our video series on effective learning environments in STEM. Here at Ivanhoe Grammar, we're a team trying to develop our young problem solvers of character, and how we can do that effectively and efficiently is by ensuring that in each of our lessons we have our essential practices of an effective learning environment down packed. Now, these are our 12 essential practices that we've worked on at Ivanhoe Grammar, and today in this video we are looking at questioning and effective questioning. Always remembering that to have effective questioning occurring in our learning environment, our students must feel safe, and we need to ensure that we have created that safe learning environment. We see methods for doing that and strategies for doing that in many of the other videos. Okay, we want our students to be curious. We want them to be asking that dreaded why question as much as they can. They need to have confidence to ask and the curiosity to want to know. We want our students to wonder. Scientists and mathematicians, they need to wonder. Our students in the world that they're heading out to need curiosity and wonder. And it's our job to give them those skills. Imagination. We want our students to be able to imagine. Imagine, what if I did this? Or what if I did that? How would this affect that? We need to give our students the opportunity to think and question in this way. So questions can be annoying, but they are the way that our students learn. So we need to be effective in asking questions, but we need to encourage our students to be asking effective questions as well. So this is a really interesting point. A real effective learning environment is where students are asking more questions than the teachers. However, students are asking more effective questions. If the students are just constantly asking questions, it may suggest that you've not given adequate instructions. We want our students using some real effective questions to ask questions. I used the word question a lot there. Ideas come from questions. Questions are our students' thought process. So effective questioning is a good skill for teachers as well as their students. Now, you can't teach students to ask effective questions until you're all over it yourself. So this video is just going to highlight a few ideas and strategies. No way is it the answer to how to ask effective questions, but it will just get you thinking along those lines. Before we can ask effective questions, we need to be able to actively listen. And that's the same for our students. So before they can ask really deep questions, they need to be able to listen. So we need to be able to pay attention. We need to look at who is talking to us. We need to be able to not talk. We need to be able to ask questions, follow directions, and visualize what is being said. So those skills are really important to start trying to teach to our students. Now, as teachers, we've probably got most of them under control, okay? But as our students know, they need to be taught how to actively listen. And through that process, we'll be able to start asking some really rich questions. Part of actively listening is that repeating, paraphrasing, and reflecting. So again, this is what we need to be teaching our students to do to ensure that they are going to be able to progress on to asking questions to deepen their knowledge. Okay, so obviously questioning comes in many different formats. One of the things I quite often do is give my students a question matrix to use during lessons. In the past, I've got them sticking it in their books, and depending on what topic I'm doing, I want them asking questions from their matrix, and I want them to be those higher order kind of questions, okay? So the what ifs, the what ares, the what was, Those questions are okay, especially if the students have no clarity around whatever I'm talking about. Hopefully that's at the start of a concept and not after I've taught it for a while. However, once we've really done some deep learning, I really want those students to be asking me questions that I am struggling to answer. And I say to them, the way that you do that is go to the how, go to the should, and start constructing your questions from there. You give this to year sevens, some of their questions are not grammatically correct. In we step with our literacy work, okay? Question grids are fantastic in maths because trying to make students think this way around mathematics really does challenge them. So I really recommend them in maths. We've already been using them in some science sub areas so far, but question grids are absolutely fantastic to make our students think. There's one already filled in for, I think that was a science one. And here's a different kind of question grid. Similar idea, but it's using Bloom's now. So it's trying to get those higher order skills into the questioning. And I've got another slide in a minute that shows this in a different format. Again, here we've got solo taxonomy. So you're moving from those unstructural areas with limited knowledge at all up to the extended abstract where those students are really putting together some higher order questioning. Okay, so this is back to Bloom's, okay, and there's a lot of information. I will be quiet in a second so you can just look. You can get all this information off of Google, okay? You can find all these kind of ideas on the internet very easily. Okay, I'm going to go to a tool now that this whole resource where we're heading to now, the AC Leaders resource, has got heaps of information around questioning. Lots of studies have gone into this. I'm just going to maths here so we can have a look at what we've got. Straight away in maths, it separates out into the fluencies. If we're looking at problem solving, okay, it's going to give us some ideas of questions, and we're going right across the continuum here, okay? So we start off at F to 2, and we'll go right up to year 9 and 10. So in terms of problem solving, these are the kind of questions that teachers can use around that area. Okay, so fluency and problem solving are the I say easier skills. They're not easier, but there is a hierarchy to the skills in the maths. Reasoning being the harder area to be able to reason their mathematical knowledge. Again, questions there that would help. Let's just quickly whiz into science. There's lots and lots of information on this website. I'd really recommend having a look. How the South Australian government has kept this free and unlocked, I'm not sure, but I would use it if you can get on there. Again, so we're into science now, so we've got different questions, F to 2, so prep is to 2 there, ranging right up to our year 9 to 10s, and the kind of questions that we can be asking in science up there. Now, there's heaps of other resources available as well. Some of these printables. So a lot of other resources there. These are the resources that I shared last year with you all. But because we're doing questioning, here are some science-based questions for years 11 and 12. Okay, so lots and lots of information there. As I say, go on, have a look. If you can't find what you're looking for, give me a yell, because I've done lots of work on that site. Okay, so thank you for watching this brief video on questioning. As I say, it is only to get you thinking to get you thinking around questioning, starting to think of the taxonomies and the verbs required in questions. It is not the be all and end all to questioning. There's so much more work there that we can do on this area, but it's just to whet your appetite in this area. As a team, we are going to develop these young problem solvers to have that wonder, that imagination, that curiosity. Thanks for watching.